Hey everyone, it is GadgetGuruHD here, and in this video I'll be showing what I don't like about the new Nexus 7 tablet. But before we get started, I do want to say the Nexus 7 is a great tablet that I definitely do enjoy using. I'll be doing another video about what I like about the Nexus 7 in the near future, so to be sure to stay tuned for that. The first thing I don't like about the Nexus 7 is pretty obvious. It's the enormous chin and forehead. The first time I saw a full working model of the Nexus 7 was at Best Buy on release date. And I have to be honest, I couldn't even find it. It didn't look pretty or beautiful next to the beautiful iPad mini or even the new Galaxy tabs. The average consumer would walk right by the Nexus 7 because it doesn't have anything at first glance that separates it from the rest of the tablets or anything at Best Buy or any retail store. But anyway, the top and bottom bezels on this thing are absolutely enormous. When you first use the Nexus 7, it almost feels disproportionate. It just doesn't feel right having such a large and top-bottom bezels on your tablet. My second issue is why Asus didn't just throw the dual speakers on the front of the Nexus 7 if they were going to have so much extra space. Don't get me wrong, the speakers sound awesome, but the sound is nowhere near as loud as HTC One's boom sound. If you haven't experienced the HTC One's front-facing speakers, then you can't honestly understand the difference that these front-facing speakers do make. The third thing that really bothers me is that holding the Nexus 7 in landscape makes the Android OS just look horrible. The apps aren't spaced out well, and it just doesn't look like a way Android was meant to be. This is actually something that Google didn't actually let you do when the original Nexus 7 came out. They just wouldn't let you use landscape mode. It was completely portrait, and it was something that everyone was really freaked out and didn't really like about it. I definitely feel like Google should have polished this up in Android 4.3, especially because this is the successor to the best-selling Android tablet of all time. To me, this is just a sign of laziness. I really don't get how Google is marketing the Nexus 7 as a landscape mode tablet when the OS isn't even optimized for landscape mode. I could go on about the Nexus logo being read from left to right, but let's just go ahead and move on. I'm tired about the Nexus 7 being completely landscaped and just not really all that polished up. The final thing that I don't like about the new Nexus 7 is the power button and volume rockers. Now, they are very tactile and easy to press, but they just feel a bit cheap and are kind of shaky and plasticky, if you know what I mean. It's almost kind of like the way Samsung kind of makes these plastic phones that don't really feel all that great or kind of cheap plastic material, if you get what I mean here. You can actually move these volume rockers back and forth when you're holding the phone in one hand, so it makes pressing down the volume rockers with one hand a bit of a hassle. This is one of those things that isn't really a huge issue, but something that could have made this device feel a little bit more premium. Once again, I didn't make this video because I hate the Nexus 7. I did it to give you all some true honest thoughts and analysis about what Asus and Google could have done to give us a better user experience. I realize that I'm going to probably get a lot of dislikes for this video just because everyone's going to be loving the Nexus 7 and giving raving reviews about this thing. And don't get me wrong, it's a great tablet like I said earlier. But I just want to give you guys some true honest thoughts, give you all some real analysis, some real opinions from an average user. So be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it or you just found it helpful at all. Also be sure to hit that subscribe button as well so you guys can be updated for more future content. Let me know down below in the comment section if you agree or disagree with me on any of these things. I'd be happy to have a conversation with any of you guys about any of the following issues that I mentioned or even any issues that you guys came up with. Anyway, this has been GadgetGuruHD and I will catch all of you in my next video.